Thinking big and taking risks are two important parts of Myntra culture. In the beginning, it started with new season merchandise sale. At that point of time, it was a big risk. A lot of players at that point of time were pretty much trying to sell old season merchandise. We took the risk and we are here.
We at Myntra have an appetite for big and bold ideas. Take, for example, our decision to go app only in May of last year. A lot of companies talked about being mobile first, but we were the first ones to actually go all the way and be an app only company.
It is in our DNA to aim high. We are not satisfied by just 2x. We want to aim for 10x or even 100x. For example, in a sale, we would go 25 times a normal day or even 100 times a normal hour. I don't think there are many companies in the world that can do that. Similarly, even though fashion is an art, we are training machines to learn it and becoming very successful at it. Rapid is a great example of that. Some of the trends work that we are doing is again a great example of that as well.
At Myntra, one of our core values has always been about raising the bar. And this truly was the starting point for Anoop. We decided to tell stories about today's women who wear their choices on their sleeve. While this was a risky approach, it worked very well for the brand. And the intent over the next couple of seasons is to build on it.
At a time where literally everyone, including all horizontals, were actually trying to talk about returns and other service benefits, we took a very bold, polarizing step of actually talking about how great our collection itself is. And yes, we have services, and yes, returns are really easy, but that's actually something which comes as an afterthought and not the core reason for you to try Myntra. So we want to appeal back to our consumers to try Myntra for the fashionable and stylish and colorful place that we are. And don't worry, everything else will be taken care of.
At Myntra, whenever there are problems, we come up with ideas. And a great example is price reveal, which we did in end of season sale. So we had a demand problem, and what do? So one of the guys came up with a great idea on let's do price reveal, and it was an innovative concept. First time ever in this whole industry. But how do we execute it? We were looking at like 25 days left for the event. But the way the team got together across technology, across business, across catalog, across everywhere, and we just implemented the idea, and it was a great success.
One of my biggest learning at Myntra is if you want to really do something, do it really big and do it now like there is no tomorrow. Just to give an example, 5.5 years back when we started e-commerce business, our daily sales of footwear was around 10 pairs a day. And it took 6 months of time for us to reach 100 pairs a day sales. But our vision was very clear. We wanted to become the #1 footwear retailer in the country. We wanted to make it happen. And we started driving towards it. Today, if I look back, we have achieved it. In the last URS, we sold 500,000 pairs in just 2 days. That's incredible number, isn't it? That's the spirit of Myntra. Make it happen.
The journey of footwear has started in the year of 2012, and since then, over a span of 5 years, it has become the largest brand at Myntra, and not only that, has become one of the fastest growing brand, achieving a run rate of 500 crore in last 4 years of time. If things can happen over 5 years in any other place, it can happen over a year at Myntra. So probably this kind of speed and agility which Myntra has imparted as an environment for this brand to grow to such an exponential and incredible revenue position.
So in 2015, we started discussing the idea behind Rapid. We launched last September, and by this September, in 12 months, while the traditional brands would have done about 2 seasons of fashion, we have done almost 18 to 20 seasons, almost 10x more. And when you give consumers what they want, they reward you with much better margins and much better sell-throughs.
During our first EORS, we changed our entire network to an award-winning setup which can scale in a very short span of time. There are multiple load tests that we do weeks in advance, wherein we create bots of thousands of users which behave like real users, and that helps us understand how our users will experience during the real event.
Consumer centricity is a key value at Myntra. At Research and Insights, we are leveraging technology to bridge the gap between traditional research and modern research. Whether it is understanding the consumer profile, the size of the market, the new consumers and the potential consumers, whether understanding the need gaps of the consumer, what are the white spaces in which we can utilize and launch our private labels, using our NLP processes or using our own algorithms that we have written in-house. We're trying to understand the exact profile of the consumer. Using these powerful insights, Myntra is co-creating and disrupting fashion industry.
We realized that the biggest barrier to buying fashion online is size and the touch and feel factor. To address this is what we launched, Try and Buy service. This is like you order what you like, you try it at your doorsteps, keep what you like and pay only for that, and return the rest on the spot. It's like replicating the entire trial room at your doorstep. I believe this is the biggest game changer in Indian online fashion since COD and easy returns.
One of the things that has really stood out for me over the last 12 months is the amount of time and effort that we have put in to really deepen our understanding about the customer expectations, the pain points that they go through, and then also translate that into sensitivities across the organization. I think we have truly embraced NPS as a metric across the organization. But more than just NPS or the metrics, I think what really is heartening is to see the commitment of the leadership to get deep into understanding the pain points of the customers and get a touch and feel of actual issues and do combined problem solving. One great example of this is the weekly customer escalations meeting that we have.
In our endeavor to provide better customer service during BBD, we are working on few of the learnings from our EORS. In last EORS, what we faced was like delay in communication about failure at any stage of order life cycle, which we will cover up in this BBD.
After the fail is done, it's now the responsibility of the supply chain team to ensure that we deliver the best of the customer experience. We have a war room kind of a setup where cross-functional teams meet every day and ensure that we deliver on the promises that we have made. And our job is not done till the last customer gets his shipment delivered. And that's the customer commitment that we work with.
I think one of the best things about working for Myntra is that all of us act and believe as if we are working for Myntra and not for our individual departments. There are no departmental silos over here. Shows up in many ways, the way we interact with each other, even simple things like the way we are seated. There are no cabins in Myntra. Most of us don't even have cubicles. We sit across on an open desk, facing each other, people from different functions, which encourages a lot of cross-functional talk.
At Myntra, the idea is to always look at the bigger picture. So whether you're in a small team or big, the idea is essentially to come together and work collaboratively and put Myntra's values first, and teams could come in later.
Myntra is always first. At Myntra, I don't hear anybody ever say, this is not my job. I think we all realize that we are all part of a team, and if we don't pass the ball to each other, we can't score a goal.
We truly believe in the value of Myntra first, and more than just saying it, we believe in actually living it. And EORS is a perfect example of a time when the entire company comes together and demonstrates this value. I've been very surprised by the level of involvement that each and every member of the organization demonstrates. Starting from the most junior most member, an office boy, to an MT member, everybody wants to contribute in any which way they can to make it a delightful experience for the consumers and for Myntra.
So we have a very exciting vision, which is making fashion and lifestyle accessible to each and every one of us. And to get there, we must continue to do what we have always done. Come together as a team. Continue to work together as a team, irrespective of whichever function or silo which we may come from. We've always come together. We've always solved problems for customers. We've solved operational problems. We've solved business problems. So that is what has allowed us to win in the past. And that is what is going to allow us to win going ahead in the future as well, putting Myntra first.
Timelines, deadlines, lots and lots of work, and still having a blast every single day is not a paradox at Myntra. It's possible, and I do it. The CEO sits right behind me, and I still manage to have so much fun every day is a testament to how great the energy of this place is. The energy is good, collaboration is great, there's so much laughter, open spaces. This is truly a great experience to come here every day and work.
One of the things that's best about working at Myntra is its open culture, in which everyone is a hands-on contributor and feels comfortable sharing ideas and opinions, not only in a meeting room, but also over a cup of coffee or while playing table tennis or badminton.
So the passion, creativity and energy at Myntra is amazing. Very often we are sitting around the table brainstorming on what else we can do to improve our customer experience, vendor experience, and what else can we do for our employees. The innovation around the company is amazing and makes it very fun place to work at.
We celebrate big time here, and we really believe in making workplace more fun. End of season sale, which is a major sale events in the company, happens a couple of times in a year. It looks more of a festival occasion in the company where multiple departments, sales, ops, engineering, tech, all comes together to work, collaborate, and have a lot of fun together.
The best work and innovation happens when we are having fun, and my work as a part of a shooting team requires me to work 14 to 16 hours sometimes. But because we work as a team, we had a lot of fun while doing our work. Things are enjoyable and I perform well too.
Look good is not just a statement, but it's a belief that we like to incorporate in every aspect of our business. For example, the brands that we create at Myntra Fashion Brands keep looking good for their relevant consumer in each and every detail, whether it's cataloging, the social media content, the styling advice, or the occasions to wear them. And I believe when we do business that way, we not only help our consumers look good and get more out of their life, but we also create sustainable brands.
Our goal at Myntra is to help people express themselves through what they wear and be true to who they really are. And hence, we offer an array of trends and styles for the consumer to pick what best represents them.
Our cataloging ensures that each and every product is represented with an innate fashion sense and a smart pairing combinations, and has a look good appeal across imagery, content, and videos. Our imagery also reflects the true brand identity and what it stands for, thereby helping consumers to make right decisions.
Waking up every day to create delightful and meaningful experiences really excites me as a product designer. And here at Myntra, that's what we do. We're very passionate about designing products that are functional, emotive, and help users look good every day.
At Myntra, we constantly strive to provide the look good feeling in the most perfect form to the consumer. And there's a lot of attention to detail, there's a lot of effort and time that goes to make sure that the things that are trending in the world, the current innovation, the out-of-the-box experiences that people are being provided all over.
While styling, we are continuously upping the game to appeal to the customer's changing sensibilities. Design is the central to everything we do, and we believe doing things with flair and style.
Being a stylist, it's very empowering to be able to dress the way I want. At Myntra, we take the look good philosophy to the next level, not only in the way we dress, but also the way we think and the way we work.
At Myntra, the look good philosophy runs in full swing. Every day is a chance not just to express our individuality in terms of what we wear, but also what we do. And that's not just inspiring, but it's very empowering.
The bedrock on which all of Myntra operates is its culture. Our culture makes or breaks us. What determines culture are values. Values are what we do when no one is looking. I believe that the values that we have come up with are integral to what we as a company want to be. It determines our actions, it acts as a lodestar for making decisions, and helps create the culture that makes Myntra truly special.